I guess Israel is starting to significantly ratchet up the attacks on the Global Sumud Flotilla, and the two instances of drone attacks. It turns out there's actually a lot more fucking drone attacks. They've been using radio jamming equipment to try to cut off boats, and have been doing way more fucking goddamn attacks on the fucking flotilla. So hey, Israel, you guys seem to be really, really afraid of this convoy here potentially reaching the fucking shores. That's very, very interesting. Like, because again, 50 fucking boats, considering how big Israel's not military, but navy is, which is not that fucking big. Very likely that they might actually be able to break through. So what do we got here? So activists taking a part of flotilla seeking to break the Israeli blockade of Gaza said Wednesday that some of their boats were damaged by drones overnight while sailing south of Greece. They're just attacking them in fucking international waters. It is actually fucking insane. This is analogous to when in 2010 a Turkish ship with a bunch of Turkish activists got boarded by Israeli commandos, and all I think 11 people got fucking killed. It was either 9, 10, or 11. Around that number of activists got killed by Israeli commandos trying to bring in aid to Palestine, which is insane. So if you think that fucking Israel is not beneath doing shit like that, oh boy, do I have a bridge to sell you. The Global Sumud Flotilla said it was attacked during the night by unidentified drones and communications jamming. It said that at least 13 explosions were heard on and around several flotilla boats, while drones or aircraft dropped unidentified objects on at least 10 boats. Wants to make a bet it's probably like some kind of like incendiary or explosive device. I wonder why. That's a little interesting. No casualties reported, but there was damage on the vessels and widespread obstruction in communications. I believe what they did was like they played ABBA for some fucking goddamn reasons. Yeah, it could also be like a communications bug or some shit, like some kind of like thing to listen in on them or some shit to see if they're like being anti-Semitic or whatever nonsense. Very, very fucking weird. But Israel, they're a bunch of psychopaths. They were also like, as a part of like their communications, sort of like jamming shtick, they were like playing ABBA on the fucking goddamn radios or something, which is very, very, very fucking weird. But the reason should be pretty obvious for as to why they would do that. Again, it's just such by like as disruptive fucking weirdos as possible. Because again, like I don't know, do they think like all the activists are gonna be a fan of like fucking ABBA or something? It's fucking weird. Most of the people in there are Zoomers. They're probably not even gonna know who the fuck ABBA was. Activists posted a brief video on the flotilla's social media account showing what appeared to be an explosion on or near one of the vessels. Greece's Coast Guard did not report any distress calls because of them jamming the fucking radio equipment, right? Jam the radio equipment, then start bombing the fuck out of the goddamn flotilla. That's probably the point. And they're doing this they were doing this in fucking Tunisian waters where people might have given less of a fuck about that. But now they're doing this in Greek waters where people are going to give more of a fuck about that because that's European waters. And given the fact that Europeans already really fucking hate rich Israeli fucking tourists who come in to their fucking countries, be belligerent fucking weirdos, and just be like generally ostensible wretches and miserable fucking pieces of shit. It makes a lot of sense that a lot of these Europeans are not going to be big fans of this. Oh yeah, 1000%, Boy Meets Minnie. Yeah, a lot of the soccer fans who got harassed in fucking Amsterdam by all the Zionist right-wing fucking weirdos because people in the Netherlands are being supportive of the Palestinians instead of Israel, who's conducting a fucking genocide, and all the Israeli fucking soccer fans decided to fucking trash the fucking place because they're violent fucking weirdos. Oh, and they're active duty IDF. Very, very cool. Again, whoa, they're just dumbass fucking belligerent frat boy fucking weirdos. Ugly Americans from the Middle East. That's funny. On Wednesday, the Foreign Ministry repeated an invitation for the flotilla to drop humanitarian aid in an Israeli port, leaving it to the Israeli authorities to take it to Gaza or else face consequences. Israel will not allow vessels to enter an active combat zone and will not allow any breach of our lawful naval blockade. Lawful naval blockade? Sure, man. Totally. Yeah. Everyone else has been consistently saying how it's not lawful whatsoever. But, I mean, if you want to, like, twist yourself into a pretzel, then I guess you can say that it's fucking lawful. From what I recall correctly, the Global Sumud Flotilla is looking to try to drop this shit off to the Archbishop of that's currently in Israel, right? What, Archbishop of Israel, right? It's the Catholic Archbishop of Israel. I don't remember the fucking guy. It's the Pizza Bola guy. Like, this guy is pretty fucking based, by the way. They were thinking about, like, or proposing to drop off the aid to this guy. And he is very, very progressive. Like, and given the current Catholic Church's stance on the fucking goddamn Palestinian conflict, again, Pope Leo has been consistently talking about how what is going on within Gaza is an abhorrence, and Israel needs to stop and let in aid to starving children. And again, because it's not the like fucking Muslims aren't the only ones that are getting harmed by this. It's also Catholics, because there's some Catholics in there. There's Christians that are that are also in there. There's a lot of people that are getting harmed by this because, again, for Israel, they don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. It's all about just the ethnic cleansing and just killing as many people as possible because they're just an apartheid state. So yeah, this dude, who is very, very progressive, Pizza Bala, you know, this guy, bro's fucking name is about as Italian as it fucking gets, alright? Like, bro's name is fucking Pizza Bala, for fuck's sake. Crazy. And considering the current stances of the Catholic Church right now, for Israel, in terms of Israel-Palestine, he's definitely gonna get the fucking aid in on the for the fucking Palestinians, 1,000 fucking percent. And what the fuck is Israel gonna do about that? What, they're gonna kill a prominent fucking Catholic cardinal? I don't fucking think so. Okay, that would be insane. But whatever. Here we go. EU warns against any force being used. Italy condemned the attack and activated a Navy frigate to be on hand for possible rescue operations. Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto said the Italian Navy is sending a fucking frigate in order to support the fucking flotilla. Because like I said before, Europeans do not like fucking Israeli tourist dipshits and weirdos. Because again, a lot of people within Europe are way more fucking progressive and are in full-throated support of the fucking Palestinian cause. Why do you think all the fucking goddamn nations within Europe are starting to recognize the fucking Palestinian state? Oh, it's because of a lot of pressure there. And also, Giorgia Meloni might be caving into some pressure of the Italian workers doing a general strike to disrupt work across the country, to have solidarity with fucking Gaza. Again, thousands of protesters and strikers are calling for solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. They took to the streets in Italy on Monday, with some storming Milan's central train station and clashing violently with police. Italy's grassroots unions, which represent hundreds of thousands of people ranging from school teachers to metal workers, called for a 24-hour general strike in both public and private sectors, including public transportation, trains, schools, and ports. What it means to have general grassroots fucking union movements. You could start to pull shit like this and get the Italian Navy to send a fucking frigate to support the Global Sumud Flotilla. This is fucking awesome, dude. So fucking good. Crosetto said the Italian Navy's frigate Fasan, which was sailing north of Crete, was already heading towards the area for possible rescue operations. Italy has informed Israel about the decision. In a democracy, demonstrations and forms of protest must be protected when they are carried out in accordance with international law and without resorting to violence. Yeah, Israel, looking at you, buddy. Why you guys keep carrying out violence against people who are doing things that are in line with fucking international law? It's almost as if you motherfuckers do not give a fuck at all about the international rule of law, because you have your fucking big brother, the United States of America, to basically protect you from any consequences there. Italy had warned Israel to respect the rights of Italian activists taking part in the flotilla. Yep, because there's actually some Italian PMs that are taking a part of this, right? They went to Italy to fucking link up with a part of the fleet that's going on there, and there's Italian representatives that are a part of the delegation there. So, that's a little interesting. Hey, Israel, are you sure you want to fucking start bombing an Italian fucking PM? That might make you guys look real fucking bad. Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani told lawmakers earlier this month that he personally called Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar about the case. Tajani said at the time that 58 Italians were participating in the flotilla, including some lawmakers. The European Union also warned against any force being used. The freedom of navigation under international law must be upheld. So no attacks, no drone strikes, no seizures. Any force against the flotilla is not acceptable, said Eva Herkanova, whatever, an EU spokesperson. We respect the humanitarian commitment of the people who are on board of the flotilla. UN Human Rights Office spokesperson Tamin Al-Kitan called for an independent, impartial, and thorough investigation into the reported attacks and harassment by drones and other objects against the flotilla. Well, unfortunately, that's probably not going to go anywhere because the fucking goddamn United States is going to be like, actually, no, it's okay. We're totally fine with this. We just want the Palestinians to suffer just like the Israelis do. So that's pretty cool. That's great. Attacks and threats against those trying to deliver aid to and support the hundreds of thousands of people in Gaza who are suffering famine and starvation defy belief. Oh, and by the way, guess who else is also sending support in terms of a naval vessel besides the Italians? The fucking Spanish are also sending a warship to protect the Gaza aid flotilla. So again, Europe is sort of taking a stand here saying like, God, we fucking hate you fucking weirdos in Israel. Your people come in to our fucking countries, trash the fucking place, treat it like absolute fucking dog shit, as if you losers own the fucking goddamn place, and don't respect any of our laws. We don't like any of you fucking people. Our people certainly don't like any of you motherfuckers. So you know what? Fuck you. We're going to start sending warships to make sure that your drones stop harassing our fucking people and representatives that are taking a part of this fucking flotilla. Very, very cool. So Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said on Wednesday he will join Italy in sending a military warship to protect an international flotilla seeking to deliver aid to Gaza after it was attacked by drones off Greece. And there's the main fucking problem. Since they were doing attacks also in Tunisia, that's not a part of Europe. Not many people are going to care as much about that. But now they're attacking them in European waters, which was an incredibly reckless thing for Israel to fucking do. Because now it's giving permission for a lot of these European countries to be like, oh, okay, now you're going to start attacking us on our fucking waters? No. That is a bridge too fucking far, Israel. We're going to start supporting the fucking flotilla now. And it's gonna get fucking real interesting. If Israel still keeps committing to the attacks with fucking drones, is there a potential chance that the warships might start shooting down Israeli drones as a potential sort of start or an option? That would be certainly fucking interesting, and they would fully have the right to be able to do that because again, it was the Israelis who started doing this shit. They are the ones who started ratcheting up the fucking temperature in terms of the fucking actions, right? They consistently did piracy within international waters, and now they're starting to bomb the fucking goddamn flotilla and harassing it with fucking drones as well, which is fucking insane, dude. Like, completely fucking ridiculous they're starting to do this. Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, who was on board one of the flotilla boats, called the strikes a scare tactic and implored the flotilla's supporters to stay focused on Gaza rather on the activists sailing in the Mediterranean seas. She said that the damage to the fleet was being assessed. We are aware of the risks of these kind of attacks, and that's not something that's going to stop us. She said on a live stream, the most important thing isn't that we're hit by drones. Drones are something Palestinians experience 24/7. She's not really wrong there. Oh, Canadians describing the attack. Oh, I'm curious. A Canadian activist is also on there. Canadian law professor describes earlier attack on Gaza-bound Global Sumud Flotilla. Oh, I'm curious about this.
Essentially, there was a drone sort of hovering above the vessel for a little bit. It then dropped what looked basically like a fireball directly onto.
So I believe this is one of the earlier attacks. Yeah, this is from 15 days ago, right? This was the ones in fucking Tunisia, right? I didn't know that there was Canadian. Again, I mean, representatives from 44 different countries. I sort of expected there'd probably be some Canadians on there. Again, like in Canada, the polling is relatively fucking clear. Like, let's be honest here. Like, 60% of Canadians, I think it's 60+% of Canadians, well, broadly speaking, are not fans of what Israel is doing right now.
To the top of the deck. That resulted in quite a large fire. There were people sleeping within meters.
Oh, she's from York. Oh, that's not far from where I live. Holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. That's crazy.
The attack. So it could have ended very, very differently. Very, very grateful and lucky that nobody was hurt and that the vessel doesn't look to have sustained any kind of severe infrastructural damage. They insist that the mission is to break the siege on Gaza, to draw attention through this work to the deliberate use of starvation as a method of war, which has now resulted in famine in Gaza. They're not carrying arms. They're not affiliated with terrorist organizations. They pose no threat to Israel. All of this is
York is in Toronto.
And absurdity. And it's time
that's where
for
York University is,
including the Canadian government, to stand up. There are Canadians on board the actual flotilla itself, in addition to myself. But again, not to do so to support Canadian citizens, but to support the people of Gaza who.
We love Canada, folks.
To their.
We love Canada.
I think that broader context, as well as the attack on Hamas leaders, which Israel has now taken responsibility for in Qatar,
good fucking point. Whoa. Hamas has been consistently trying to negotiate in good faith in comparison to Israel. And what does Israel want to do? Lie, pretend that the Hamas are the main ones who are also refusing to deal with anything that Israel is putting out, and are just now bombing fucking diplomatic delegations from Hamas. So it's just like, okay, like, why do you expect us to want to deal honestly with you people when you just keep bombing our fucking delegations? Oh, which is also points that are being parroted by fucking Trump as well. He literally said that in his fucking UN speech, saying that Hamas are the main guys who are not taking any deal. It's like, they literally just got bombed recently in Qatar. One of their fucking goddamn delegation got bombed there, dude. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I wonder why they might be saying no to a lot of the fucking goddamn proposals that Israel keeps putting out. Oh, when in reality, it's Benjamin Netanyahu being the main ones who are stonewalling any of the proposals that the Palestinians, or Hamas in this particular case, I've been consistently putting forward. This is how negotiations work, Trump. It's a back and forth. But Benjamin Netanyahu is not interested in doing any negotiations. For him, it's all about the ethnic cleansing.
It intensifies the importance of this mission and emphasizes how far the global community, how far our states, my own state, Canada, has utterly failed in holding Israel accountable for its multiple violations of international law, including international crimes, up to and including genocide. I'm traveling on board a vessel called the Shireen, so it's actually beautifully named after Shireen Abu Akleh.
Whoa, it's almost as if I know all this stuff. Oh, whoa, it's almost as if I look at the politics. Oh.
American-Palestinian murdered journalist a few years ago in the West Bank, as she was documenting human rights violations there. And so this vessel is really
Oh, by the way, and you know what else that Israel did after when the funeral processions for Shireen Abu Akleh were fucking going on? Oh, they sent in fucking riot teams and like federal police to just harass and basically try to arrest a bunch of the Palestinians doing funeral processions. Like, they are genuinely fucking evil.
Carrying forward her legacy, but from a legal vantage point.
Yeah, cool, epic. We love we love Israel doing international crimes like genocide and piracy. Very, very cool. Simone Zabrin, an Italian activist with the flotilla, said that drones have been flying over our heads for days now, and on Wednesday dropped devices at our boats, damaging both the sails and the hearing of some of our crew members. They did a bunch of like jamming equipment attacks, right? We expected it because it is a rhetoric that is part of what Israel is trying to do with the regard of a mission like ours. Sabrin said, it tries to instill fear because it's afraid of our arrival. Oh, 1,000 fucking %. That's a great point there by Simone. The flotilla, comprised of dozens of boats from several countries, is carrying a symbolic amount of humanitarian aid, including food and medicine for Palestinians in Gaza. It is a symbolic amount, right? Like, the amount of aid that is being carried is minuscule. It's not going to make really a drop in a bucket. But again, like I've said before, it's not about the aid. It's about sending a message. A message showing that Israel's grip is weakening and becoming more and more ineffective. Because again, let's say, hypothetically speaking, they manage to stop the flotilla of 50 boats. Okay, let's say they stop it. Okay, they stop it. They stop all 50 boats. They're going to come back. And they're going to come back much bigger. From dozens of boats, it's going to become hundreds of boats. And then it might even become bigger after that. From hundreds of boats, it could become thousands of boats. I'd like to see Israel try to stop that in particular. Good luck with that. Unless you want your military to start targeting the fucking boats. That's going to play really, really well with all of the representatives of the broader sort of planet being on those flotillas. I would certainly love to see Israel try to fucking pull shit like that. Very, very cool. The Israeli Foreign Ministry has accused organizers of being linked to Hamas. Okay, bro. And says it's proposed the activists unload their aid in the Israeli port of Ashkelon for it to be transported into Gaza. Israel will not allow vessels to enter an active combat zone. Blah, 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 blah. Again, it's about sending a message. The flotilla has reported several attacks since it set sail from Spain on September 1st, including two while some of its boats were in Tunisian waters. The convoy is claimed to be the largest attempt to date to break the Israeli maritime blockade of the Gaza Strip. Also, I should say why it's they should not be going in through official Israeli ports of fucking entry, because they're gonna take the aid and not deliver it to the Palestinians and just like keep it for themselves, because that's what they're gonna fucking do, because these people are fucking evil. Which has now lasted 18 years, long predating the current war in Gaza. Now, it's a good thing that CBC is reporting on that, because that is accurate reporting. The almost 2-year war has killed more than 65,000 Palestinians, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. More than likely, it's been hundreds of thousands, let's be quite honest here, but that's what's being broadly reported at the time for the time being. The ministry does not say how many were civilians or combatants, but says more than half have been women and children, because that's most of the people that are, well, there. The world's leading authority on hunger crises said last month that Israel's blockade and ongoing offensive has already pushed Gaza City into famine. More than 300,000 people have fled the city in recent weeks as Israel has ordered the population to move south, but an estimated 700,000 remain, according to UN agencies and aid groups. And then they're going to start bombing in the fucking south again, and then they're going to force them to move back up north, and they're going to start bombing it back in the north. It's almost as if the point is that they just want to kill Palestinians. That's the only point of this. The war began on October 7th when Hamas had militants did their fucking attack. Obviously, we've seen this before. Israel believes around 20 captives are still alive. Again, we all know why the fucking attack happened from Hamas. Due to the Abrahamic Accords, Hamas felt like they were put into a particular corner, that there was nothing they could really do besides lash out and try to attempt to break the siege by doing a fucking attack on Israel, because of the noose that was being tightened around their neck as a result of the fucking, well, Abrahamic Accords, which Trump fucking negotiated. Again, like, if we want to talk about dudes being the main fucking cause for a lot of fucking issues going on in Israel fucking Palestine, looking at you, Trump, you're the motherfucker that's helping to perpetuate a lot of these fucking goddamn problems. It's not the first time that activists trying to break the Israeli blockade of Gaza have come under attack. Another vessel said it was attacked by drones in May in international waters off Malta. An overland convoy traveling across North Africa also attempted to breach the border but was blocked by security forces aligned with Egypt and eastern Libya. And in 2010, Israeli commandos raided the Mavi Marmara boat participating in an aid flotilla attempted to breach the blockade of Gaza. Oh, killing 10 Turkish activists on board. It's the thing that I mentioned earlier. I mentioned that. Whoa, crazy. So again, like we've talked about this before, and we'll say it again. The reason why Israel is now escalating it as much as in this particular respect, and why now even the Europeans are starting to send, let's be honest here, a bunch of fucking naval vessels just to begin to escort the fucking flotilla, is because they started attacking the flotilla in European waters, which was very fucking stupid of Israel to do, because now, guess what? Oh, I guess if we're going to start doing attacks in our fucking waters, I guess that means we have to start escorting the fucking flotilla, which is going to play very well politically. Now, of course, Giorgia Meloni, she needed to get pushed by the based union organizers that exist within Italy. So, it ended up working out there. So, cool, great, fantastic. But Spain is doing this because bro does not fucking like Israel. Okay, let's be honest here. Spain was one of the earlier European countries to recognize a fucking Palestinian state. So, I mean, with Giorgia Meloni being the giving the sort of permission structure, bro's just like, why don't we also join in? We recognize the Palestinian state. We're one of the earlier sort of recognizers of a Palestinian state. So, yeah, why don't we also send a ship to start protecting the fucking aid flotilla? Because as far as we're concerned, we also do not really like what Israel is doing, because, well, they just keep killing people and they're just starving people. The point is the fucking genocide, of course. Same point constantly being reiterated over and over and over again. So yeah, we all know what the point of this for Benjamin Netanyahu is. He just wants to kill as many people as possible because he's a fucking weirdo fucking Holocaust revisionist who just wants to kill Palestinians and ethnically cleanse them out of, well, Palestine. That's the point of all of this. So again, spare me the fucking copium. I could give less of a flying fuck about any of that stuff. Stupid Zionist dipshits. You people just want to kill a bunch of people because you have a fucking dumbass fucking Holocaust revisionist currently in power. And, well, the point of all of this was basically to do the fucking final solution for Palestinians, and that is to ethnically cleanse them out of both the Gaza Strip and also the West Bank. So again, spare me the fucking excuses, right-wingers and fucking Zionist dipshits. They're literally starting to bomb fucking aid convoys, international aid convoys that have representatives of a fucking one of the larger European states, that being fucking Italy, on it, and they're willing to start bombing them in European waters, which is fucking insane. But as expected, Israel are a bunch of like psychotic freaks and goddamn weirdos. And basically, hopefully the flotilla does end up breaking the goddamn siege and showing to the world that, well, let's be quite honest here, Israel is just a weak pariah state who nobody fucking likes, and the only reason why it exists is because of its reliance with the United States of America. Don't think there's really much else to say besides fuck Israel, free Palestine, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Go fuck yourself, Israel. Nobody likes you. Suck my dick and eat my shit.